This is Red Carpet Fly's News on the Fly, bringing you daily, unique, and interesting entertainment, celebrity, and luxury news. Before we get started, you know what to do. Like, follow, and subscribe to Red Carpet Fly, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single News on the Fly episode. Okay guys, let's get into these headlines. Congratulations to Avril Lavigne for receiving her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Avril received her star this past Wednesday, coinciding with the 20th anniversary of her debut album, Let Go. "Today, I love making music more than ever," the singer said from the podium, according to Variety. "I feel so inspired, and I hope the next 16-year-old from their small town who comes to Hollywood one day, full of hopes and dreams, sees this star and thinks to themselves, oh my God, my name could be there one day too. Because it can. What an amazing 20 years, and I can't wait for the next 20, bitches. Let's go." Machine Gun Kelly and Good Charlotte's Joel Madden were in attendance. Again, congratulations to Avril. While we're in a congratulatory mood, congratulations to fellow soror, Mrs. Universe Juanita Brown Ingram. Juanita Brown Ingram is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and a graduate of Tennessee State University, and was just crowned this year's Mrs. Universe by Miss World International, reports WatchTheYard.com. Ingram is a U.S. licensed attorney who is currently living and working in Singapore. She received her bachelor's degree in accounting from Tennessee State University and her MBA and Juris Doctorate from the University of Memphis. Let me tell you guys, pageant life is not easy. I ran for Miss San Antonio my senior year of high school and was not prepared for the amount of work it takes to getting that crown. I actually decided to run because a girl I worked with back in high school ran for Miss Teen San Antonio and won. I decided to do the pageant the following year, but I had turned 18, so I aged out of the teen category. Anyway, I thought you just had to be attractive and poised, but no, these girls had coaches, some of them had surgeries and had undergone dental procedures. I was way out of my league. I thought it was just something fun to do for my senior year, and it turned out to be so stressful. So when you guys see these pageant girls, they are no joke and they are the real deal, okay? And I didn't even talk about the politics of pageant life. I'm just glad that part of my life is behind me. So congratulations again to fellow Sarah, Mrs. Universe, Juanita Brown Ingram. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively say that I'm already annoyed with the story, but I just have to share it. So, on Meghan Markle's new podcast, Archetypes, she and her guest Mariah Carey discussed the complex nature of being biracial or mixed, which of course set the internet ablaze. Markle states, "I think for us it's different because we're light-skinned." Markle said to Carey, "You're not treated as a black woman. You're not treated as a white woman. You sort of fit in between." She then goes into further detail about how marrying into the royal family exposed her to a sort of racism that she hadn't experienced before, reports The Root. She continues, "If there's any time in my life that it's been more focused on my race, it's only when I started dating my husband. I then started to understand what it was like to be treated like a black woman, because up until then, I had been treated like a mixed woman, and things really shifted." Girl, bye. This is annoying on so many levels because while she never felt what it was like to be treated like a black woman until she was married into the royal family, she definitely knew how to rally black sympathy. It's giving, I really enjoyed the perks of light skin privilege until I couldn't, so let's pander yet again to black people now that I'm not getting the treatment I think I deserve. Now, I know I'm coming off spicy, but I get so tired of people using race as some kind of magical token to garner sympathy and support. And trust me, she's not the only one that does it. Many people are feeling the same way I feel, like CNN's Don Lemon. He stated, "I commend Meghan Markle for going there, even though it's a bit shocking that at 30-something years of age, she's just now understanding what it's like to be a black woman in America." I like Meghan Markle. I was mad at the royal family for treating her the way they did. They had a moment to be progressive and they tarnished it. And I was definitely team Meghan. I think I'm more disappointed than angry at Meghan because she appeared to identify with the black community, but in this interview, it sounds like she's stating the exact opposite. She never really knew what it felt like to be a black woman because she didn't really look black. So her downness with the black community seems a bit disingenuous. And I feel like a lot of racially ambiguous or racially black adjacent celebrities do this, right? When they need a community to rally behind them, to support a cause or a brand, their first choice is, boop, the black community. It feels manipulative, exploitive, and just mean. What do you guys think about this? Did you hear this interview? Comment below and let me know your thoughts on this. Moving on, Idris Elba slams annoying debate over Black British actors taking American roles. It's an unintelligent argument. According to Variety, the debate over Black British actors taking roles away from Black American actors was raised again with the discussion of the upcoming Whitney Houston biopic, I Wanna Dance with Somebody, starring BAFTA-winning actor Naomi Ackie as the legendary singer. And just in case you guys weren't clear, she is British. In a new interview on The Shop, Elba railed against the claim that Black British actors take away roles from American actors. Naomi Ackie's role in I Wanna Dance with Somebody served as a launching pad for the discussion. Talk show Maverick Carter asked Elba about Ackie's casting, noting that Black American women might criticize a Black British actor playing an American icon. Elba responded, "You know what I noticed? You said Black women in America versus an English woman. Like being English makes you less Black. To me, that defines how intelligent the argument is. No disrespect to anyone that has that feeling. It is what it is." Elba continued, "The fact is we're all Black. You get a Scottish actor playing an Irish actor or an English actor, you don't hear about a debate. But amongst ourselves, we want to point fingers because we come from a conditioning that makes people just make sure where you're from. And are you authentic where you're from? And how Black are you? It comes down to a caste system, and it's annoying to me. Really annoying. My grandfather fought the Second World War for this country, the U.S. He comes from Kansas City," Elba concluded. "I come to this country and someone says to me, 'You ain't American,' and I'm like, huh? How dare you? It's acting. Cultural appropriation? No. That's definitely something we should pay attention to. But in the acting profession, one should be allowed to play." So I have some thoughts on this. I don't think it's a Black British thing. I think it's a British thing altogether. I don't know why we should be so myopic in our discussion of this. British actors play thousands of roles on American TV. Some of your favorite shows and actors are probably British or non-American. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with this if it was like this in other countries, but it's not. I don't know any big American actors that act exclusively in British movies or plays. Maybe Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp comes close, but he's real close with the French. But other than that, I don't really know any American actors that are just big overseas. Now, the argument can be made that Hollywood is the brass ring, right? It's the gold standard, and that's why everyone comes here. It's the very top of the top. And if you make it in Hollywood, everyone knows you. But I wonder, why don't American actors get cast in movies and plays in other countries at the same rate as foreign actors get cast over here? It's an interesting debate and one that often is brought up. And I don't want to hear that Americans can't do accents. There are plenty of Americans that do numerous accents, so you can't use that excuse. Have you guys noticed this trend? I started realizing this when I found out House, that doctor show. Well, the doctor who played House is a British actor. And I don't personally have a problem with this. I just wish other countries were as opening and welcoming to American actors as America is to foreign actors. Let me know your thoughts on this topic below. Okay, very last story. And this is just a side note. All the really good stories don't come out until like the end of the week. Monday and Tuesday, I got nothing. Wednesday through Friday, I have to pick and choose what stories to share with you guys. Anyway, it's rare that I cover a country story, but I'm about to do so right now. Are you guys familiar with Jason Aldean? He's one of country's hottest artists right now. Well, according to Entertainment Tonight, Jason Aldean's publicity firm no longer is representing him after his wife's gender identity comments. Jason Aldean no longer has the backing of Nashville's powerhouse publicity firm. The Green Room dropped him as a client after nearly 2 decades. In a statement to Billboard, Green Room co-owner Tyne Parrish said the time has come for it to part ways with the country star despite remaining big fans of his work. Music has always been and remains the Green Room's core focus, so we had to make the difficult decision after 17 years to step away from representing Jason, Parrish told Billboard. We aren't the best people for the gig anymore, but we will always be big fans of his music. He is one of the greatest live entertainers in country music. The Green Room represents clients such as Reba McEntire, Lady A, and Derek Bentley, among others. They didn't elaborate on the reason why they dropped the singer, but the move comes after Aldean's wife, Brittany, took to Instagram and posted a video with a caption that many are interpreting as transphobic. The video shows Brittany before and after her glam up. She captioned it, "I really like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase. I love this girly life." Brittany's comment section quickly filled up with fans applauding the post. Even Laura Trump posted 2 smiley faces with heart-shaped eyes emojis, while her husband Jason commented, LMAO, I'm glad they didn't too, because you and I wouldn't have worked out. Over the weekend, after the Instagram post garnered headlines, Britney doubled down. She took to her Instagram stories and claimed that advocating for genitalia mutilation of children under the disguise of love and calling it gender-affirming care is one of the worst evils. She added, the other day, Memphis, her son, wanted to be a dinosaur, and tomorrow, Navy, her daughter, will want to be a cat. They're children. Some parents want to be accepted by society so badly, they're willing to make life-altering decisions for their children who aren't old enough to fully comprehend the consequences of those actions, Britney continued. Thankful my parents allowed me to go through my tomboy phase without changing my gender. Until then, leave children alone. Britney on Wednesday claimed her words were taken out of context, all while pushing merchandise that included the distinguishable Barbie font and the words, "Don't tread on our kids," emblazoned on t-shirts and sweaters. Wow. Just wow. Question, do you think she was trying to take a low-key jab at transgenders, or is this being blown out of proportion? I think parents should do what they feel is right for their kids. Now, I don't have any kids, and my opinion might change after I have kids, but being a parent is tough. So how does a parent know when they're stifling their child's personality or identity and when their child is just going through a phase? I mean, it's really tough to know, and I think parents get the short end of the stick because they're supposed to just know and do everything correctly. I think kids go through many phases and want to be many different things. If I had to make a decision as a parent, I think I would let my child stay the gender they were born with until they become legal adults to make the choice themselves. Like I said, I'm not a parent, and this is a tough one, but I think that's what I would do because I wouldn't want to make any life-altering decisions without being 100% sure, and kids just change their minds way too much. Now, that might not be every parent's situation. You may have a child who is very sure of who they are and know who and what they want to be at a young age. And if that's true, then that parent has to do what they think is best for their child. Can we all just agree that parenting is hard? I think people need to cut parents some slack sometimes. Again, I turn to you guys because I want to know your thoughts. This is a tough one. If you had a kid that was saying that they are different than the gender they were born with, what would you do? Do you think people are being too hard on Jason Aldean and his wife? And do you think that this justified Aldean getting dropped by his publicist? And don't even get me started on the possibly problematic "Don't Tread on Us" kid apparel. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you would like to receive text notifications of when I post News on the Fly episodes or my celebrity red carpet interviews, please send a text to 917-502-4379 and say, I want to get fly text. Once subscribed, you will start receiving text messages regarding News on the Fly episodes or celebrity interviews. Also, if you have a business product, service, YouTube channel, or social media account that you would like for me to promote on my channel, please send an email to redcarpetfly@alexi@redcarpetfly.com to get rates for advertising. Lastly, please like, follow, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Red Carpet Fly, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Red Carpet Fly. And until tomorrow, always stay fly.